Welcome back to Fenrir, and today we're going to be doing another kind of live quick puppy obedience training, and this comes from a question that I get from so many people, and it's about how impressed they are at the level of heel walk that I'm able to achieve with puppies of such a young age, and that I don't have to resort to harsh methods to be able to achieve such amazing levels of a heel really early on. Now, it isn't rocket science whatsoever, and a lot of people come to me because they maybe had a puppy, it's a few months old, and then at that stage they realise that they're struggling a little bit, and then maybe they find us online, they start our Perfect Puppy course, and they realise that actually they've kind of missed out on a lot of the early opportunities of building the foundation layers of heel work. And today I want to show you kind of how I would go about tuning a puppy up that might have missed out on that first 2-3 months worth of training. So I've got Riley here with me, and I'm going to be using a prototype product that we are designing at Fenrir today. So you'll know that kind of my trusty slip lead is my favorite tool in dog training, yet with puppies in particular I also advocate for long line training as well, just to be able to better control their environment. Then I had a light bulb of combining the two, so we're testing a long line slip lead today with Riley to demonstrate the foundations of heel work and why I'm able to achieve such high levels of success so early on. So we've swapped out to a long line slip lead, and what I want to make you understand is that there's not kind of a magic pill to heel walking. I'm not going to be able to come in this video and wave some magic tools and wave a wand and make a puppy walk to heel. It's built on the foundation of engagement with yourself and having a dog that wants to engage with you when you're walking. The vast majority of reactive, aggressive type behaviors, which is when people come to me wanting heel working, comes from a dog that isn't engaged with their owner on a lead. If you can build that foundation of engagement, then you're already off to huge levels of success, and it's that makes heel walking so easy. So there's a really simple drill that you can do early on that will allow you to build that level of engagement. Now, Riley, super young puppy, she has been doing lots of good work early on with her owner, following the Perfect Puppy course from day one, but right now she's on a break, and it'll be a fantastic opportunity for me to demonstrate what I mean. So she knows that right now I'm happy with her doing this. She can mess around, she can play, we're not going to challenge that, but we're going to go into work mode now. Riley, come on. Oh yes, good girl, good girl. And when she comes to me, I'm going to reward her. You're going to have to work out how to not chew a lead and take a treat at the same time, Riley. And then what we're going to do is one of our directional change drills. So I'm going to use my long line to give her a little bit of slack, and you'll notice that naturally she's dropping in. Riley, let's go. Yes, good girl. Oh, good girl. Oh, good girl, you are such a good girl. And then I'm using vocal inflection. A lot of people wonder why, as such a big burly man, I talk in baby talk to puppies. It's called vocal inflection. What I'm doing is making it the most exciting, fun thing, because I'm building engagement, guys. That's what you're missing out on. This isn't as simple as a micro behavior in terms of heel. You've got to look at the bigger macro picture, which is engagement and her wanting to work with me. So again, Riley, let's go. Oh yes, because she knows coming to me is fun. Good kill. Gonna go again. Let's have a little bit of slack. Let's go. Oh yes, good kill. Oh, good kill. Because coming to me builds that engagement and it's fun. And we layer up this skill set of engagement for not only heel walking, but it's also the foundation for incredible recall. Because when she comes back to me, it's the best thing in the world. Looking up to me for guidance and direction like this is the best thing in the world, and that's what we build on top of to achieve high levels of heel. That way she's looking up to me for guidance and direction, and to do that when we're walking, she can't do that if she's off at the other end of the lead pulling. She needs to be by my side looking up to me for guidance, and then that way I can effortlessly communicate with her where I want her to be. So what I'm going to do now is stop waffling to camera, and I'm just going to demonstrate what this looks like. I'll probably maybe even have it sped up so you can see just a couple of minutes of doing this drill, back and forward, directional changes, giving her a little bit of leeway with the lead, asking her to come and engage with me. If she does, I'm going to lavish that with vocal inflection, praise, fuss, reward. Sometimes she gets a treat, sometimes she doesn't. It's like a slot machine. If you won every single time and got the jackpot, it'd soon get boring. You'd keep taking it because it's, why would you not? But that adrenaline, that excitement that builds up, that anticipation, what makes them fun, is what I'm going to be starting to layer up with Riley. And again, that makes her want to be with me, makes her want to engage with me, makes her want to work with me. And then when I ask her, I want you to be down here, she's going to want to do that. And that's the difference. So let's cut now, maybe roll some music, we'll speed it up. And I'm just going to show you what this looks like and what can be achieved in just a few minute session. So right there, you've seen an example of what a fun engagement building session looks like with me with a puppy. Now, there's going to be so many questions about that, I understand. And again, it's all about mindset with training. I want you to understand that you need to stop focusing on the micro little bits and think about things at the macro and the bigger picture. That's why I preach about calm, consistent leadership. It's why I preach about engagement. It's why I preach about a dog that looks up to you for guidance and direction. They're the macro, big picture things, and I would 100 times out of 100 rather somebody focus on those things than focus on the micro things. An example of that might be a question of, why was I allowing Riley in that situation to jump up me? Because she was showing me superb engagement and was looking up to me for guidance and direction and wanted to work with me. And at the age that she is, why on earth would I correct her for that and want to squash her wanting to engage with me, wanting to work with me, wanting to look up to me? Because I would be squashing the big picture, the macro picture, for the benefit of a tiny micro problem. Now, in the future, the more we build this relationship, the more she looks up to me for guidance and direction and engagement, it will be effortless for me to teach her to stop jumping up. I'll do that non-verbally with a click of my fingers. Now, why am I able to do that? Is because we have a relationship that's built on loving leadership and a dog that will look up to me for guidance and direction. If I focused on all the tiny little micro issues, I would squash that relationship. I would squash that desire to work with me and to engage with me and to look up to me for guidance and direction, which then, when we're out in the big wide world and she sees a sheep or a horse or another dog that's reacting to her, why on earth would she then want to trust in me to look up to me for guidance and direction on how to appropriately behave? That is how I build such wonderful heel at such a young age. I engage with my dogs, I build a relationship with the dogs, I build a relationship with the puppies that I work with, and I help my clients and the people following my courses to build that level of relationship, help them become a high-level canine leader that can have these communication pathways, and then through following that exact drill that we've just done there, then doing more formal levels of obedience in terms of heel walk, luring them into a heel, marking it with heel, reinforcing it, doing more micro formal obedience sessions, but layering those sessions on top of leadership, layering them on top of engagement and relationship, layering the micro on top of the macro. That's how you get perfect heel at a puppy at this age. That's how you achieve incredible levels of success. So stop thinking small picture and being small-minded. Open your mind to look at the macro of perfect canine companionship, and that is you being a high-level canine leader and a dog that will look up to you and want to engage and work with you through that incredible relationship that you have with them. And now, because Riley has that relationship with me where she's engaged with me, she wants to do these little check backs. Let's go. Yes. And we layer it up with a smaller lead. Look at this engagement. Oh, good girl. Looking up to me for guidance and direction. This bounciness, I'm not bothered about. I'll tune that up when she gets older. The macro picture is that she's looking up to me for guidance and direction. She's seeking, what should we do? Let's go. She's in tune with me. She's working with me. This is a positive, fun experience that I'm now shaping to be by my left side in form of a one-finger walk. Layering the micro picture of heel walk on the macro picture of a dog that wants to work with me, that is looking up for me for guidance and direction, with a happy waggy tail, loving this experience of working with me.